Nation, birthday celebration, but also Raiders news incoming. Let's get started. Salute to the nation. What's going on, Raider Nation? Raider Ed and Raider Nate back again with another live show of the Real Raiders Talk. We got a lot to dive into, but we have a birthday celebration. I want to kick it off right out the get-go. My Primo Nate here to my left. Your guys is right. It is his birthday today. We are celebrating him in the best way possible, and that is coming on here just talking Raiders football and letting him talk his word about the Raiders. And we do got a lot to talk about today. We got the injury report coming out. We're going to talk about Davante Adams, his comments on referring to the offense. And we're also just going to give our predictions onto what does this offense need to do to get this going. And then also we're going to talk a little bit about the defense. So far, my internet is going pretty good right now. We were having issues. I believe on Wednesday we were having some issues in regards to the internet, but we got that figured out. So glad to be here with you guys today. Share the link around. Share. Also, you guys, we got over 400 subscribers. Continue sharing the link around.
Let's go.
On the road to 500. Spread it out. Primos is live right now. So Nate, man, how you doing? It is birthday Friday for you. How you doing, bro? Any plans? What you got going on today?
It's just hanging out for a couple hours. Got work today, so it's a vibey birthday. It's a vibey birthday. It's cool.
It is cool, but we rocking with the Raider family. You're gonna be spending some time with your family. I know you guys are going out to dinner later today, but let's talk some Raider ball. That is what we do over here at Raiders Primos. We love talking Raiders football. We love just talking football in general. And Davante Adams, he had comments on the offense, and I know a lot of people they overreacted to it. Vinny B basically cleared it up. I've been trying to find that tweet that Vinny B put out, but to give you guys what Davante Adams said, he said on Wednesday, I'm a human being and I have extremely high standards for myself in this offense. I'm sure people are thinking they won the game. Why is there an issue? I mean, you see why it's an issue. Y'all know who I am. Know what I'm about at this point. When you're a player like me, mentally, my benchmark is not wins and losses, it's greatness. So when I go out there, I expect to be able to have that ability to put that on tape and have an influence on the game. That's my purpose for being here. I'm not here just to hang out. I came here to win and do it the right way. So if it don't look like it's supposed to look, then I'm going to be frustrated if I'm not a part of that plan because I have the opportunity to go and change that and make it look like a much better picture out there. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm going to be frustrated. If Jacoby goes out and has a monster game or the offense is scoring every 5 plays, like our first drive on the Bills, then it is what it is. So hearing those comments, Nate, what is your first reaction to the Davante Adams comment?
Uh, First off, thank you for that birthday wishes, Orlando and Shima. I really appreciate it. Devontae Adams, you could tell that he doesn't like the way that the offense is obviously being played, and how we're rolling. It's not his type of role. He knows what he wanted to do coming into our Raiders locker room and and on our team. He wanted to be the guy that will be a majority of their push to a Super Bowl. And I feel like he's being underused to a like to what he wants, no, to what he knows they can become, but
Mhm.
they're just not using homie, and yeah, that's what he's mad about right now.
Yeah, and shout out to Shima86. Salute to you guys for pulling up. Devontae knows this offense ain't it, or at least Jimmy G. And Shima, I think you're on to something here. And I think Devontae is being that leader, and he's calling out his players. Yeah, is he putting it out in the public? He is. But I think if he's like this in public, he is like this in the locker room. I found the tweet. Shout out to Mr. underscore BB on Instagram. It was to Sean Reed. So shout out to Sean Reed on the tweet. He said, my takeaway from Devontae Adams' comments today. He values winning above all else, but knows the Raiders can't win at the level he wants to without the offense being significantly better. For the offense to be that, he needs to get more involved. And Devontae Adams actually replied to that tweet and said, simple, thank you, brother. And I think, I overreacted to it. And I said, wait, does Devontae care more about his stats than winning? That is not what Devontae Adams is saying. And it's like you said, Nate, he's not saying that. He is just saying this offense can be better than what we're putting out on the field. We're winning. Yeah, we're winning, but we shouldn't be winning 17-13. We shouldn't be winning 21-17. We should be blowing these guys out. We should be putting on when we look at the film on Monday, we should be looking at greatness. We should be looking at an offense that is scoring at will. And Devontae wants to be a part of that greatness as a
Yeah,
whole. He's not talking about himself here, guys. He is talking about the offense as a whole, that this offense as a whole needs to have that level of standard that we are going to go out on Sundays and we're going to put greatness out on the field. And I agree with Devontae. Let's look at our past game, you guys, against the Patriots. The Raiders were 1 for 6 in the red zone. 1 for 6 in the red zone. That in touchdown efficiency. They scored 1 touchdown on 6 red zone trips. I said this because I looked at Good Morning. I was watching Good Morning Football, and they talked about the game last night. That basically the Saints, that those last 4 plays shouldn't even have gotten there. And I said that about the Raiders. For the Raiders and Patriots game, yeah, we won. Yeah, we got a safety, but the game shouldn't even have came down to the defense needing a stop and getting a safety to basically close the game out. Why? You have 6 trips to the red zone. This game should have been over by halftime. You score at least 4 out of
yeah,
6 in that red zone trips. That's 28 points right there. That is 28 possible points that you put up on the scoreboard. You go into halftime up 28-10 over the Patriots, who are likely going to come out at halftime and have their hearts ripped out because they're losing by 18 points. Instead, you go into halftime leading 13-10, and now the Patriots are still somewhat in the game and they still have hope. And I think that's where Devontae was leading at. And what do you think, Nate? Do you think that's what he's meaning? Is it an entire offensive thing, or was he just talking about himself?
I mean, so far as we know, there is a lot of things going, on the wrong side with this offense in a whole. So he could be talking about, both. Not only him not, getting his burn when, it's pretty much when sometimes it's like, all right, give it to Devontae. It's not going to Devontae. Um, or he is talking about the main offense on how it's only going to him and Jacoby Myers and not giving it to Jacobs at the 1 yard line. Um, he just feels like, I don't know. I feel like he is talking about more of the whole offense, not finding like not just finding ways to score touchdowns, but getting in a rhythm to where everybody's comfortable, you know, and then actually like making an effect on the field type stuff. He wants to be able to affect the game in a larger way.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. And guys, the video is going to be a little choppy. Sorry about that. but I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. Devontae is he does want to put greatness out there, and I think you're on to something there, Nate. And I think he is just telling this offense that outside of Devontae and outside of myself, other guys need to step up also. Jacoby is stepping up. But outside of Jacoby, who else is really stepping up? I mean, Michael Mayer had a pretty good game. He had, I think he had 5 catches, 75 yards. He had a pretty good game. But I think this is trickling down to the quarterback and to Shima's point, to McDaniels. Shima asked, do you think McDaniels really isn't a good coach without Tom Brady? Seriously, look at his record. Same thing can be said about Bill Belichick. And Shima, I'm glad you actually pointed this out because I actually talked with the Raider fan about this. And I said, you know what? People talk about the Patriot system and talk about, Josh McDaniel's system and Bill Belichick's system. And I'm like, you know what? I think Tom Brady was the system. Like Brady was a system. Once Brady
Yeah.
left, McDaniels has success. Yes, he has success with Mac Jones. But then he comes to the Raiders. I think as an offensive coordinator, Shima, I think that's where Josh McDaniels excels, is an offensive coordinator. As a head coach, though, Shima, I think that's where it does not work. He does not fit as a head coach. And I know the Raiders are 3-3, and a lot of people are like, hey, we're 500. We got a game against the Chicago Bears coming up Sunday. It's looking very favorable. Well, here's the only reason why it's favorable is Jimmy Garoppolo is not the quarterback starting on Sunday. Ain't Collins is. But we've seen how that kind of game plan worked out against the Chargers. Josh McDaniels coached himself into a loss in that game. And that's where I'm afraid of, Shima, is Josh McDaniels going to get over his head again against the Bears.
No.
And this comes down to you not involving Adams into the game plan. And this is a quarterback thing and a Josh McDaniels problem. Why? Because the best coaches get the best players involved. When Tyreek Hill, and hell, he's on the Dolphins now too. When he was with the Chiefs and now he's with the Dolphins, what do Andy Reid and Mike McDaniels do? They get their playmakers the ball. Travis Kelce on the Chiefs. Mahomes will look to number 87 9 times out of 10. Aaron Rodgers, when Adams was with Aaron Rodgers, he looked to number 17 9 times out of 10. I watched Stephen A. Smith's take on Devontae Adams' comments, and he said, why are the Raiders not looking at 17? Why are they not targeting number 17 in moments that they need to target 17? When their offense is stagnant, you're not even looking at number 17's way. Now, this is the problem, you guys. Who is at fault here? Is it Josh McDaniels or is it the quarterback? Is it Jimmy Garoppolo? What is your take on that, Nate? Who do you think is at fault in the lack of targets when it comes to Devontae Adams? Is it a Jimmy G issue? Is it a Josh McDaniels issue? Or is it both?
Um. Well, I mean, at some point, it's hard. This is hard because like it was some games when Jimmy G was starting where he was literally getting the ball the whole game, and then there was games where he wasn't getting the ball at all. So I don't know. I, that's a really tricky question to be honest. In my opinion, I feel like um I mean, what I thought about during the beginning of the season, I just thought that he was getting the ball like hecka just be just Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams just because he didn't like trust the other guys. That was just me. Because all the other guys was like young and stuff. Um, but now it's like wishy washy. Josh not calling. I feel like it's better for Josh to be able to call up plays so that Devontae Adams doesn't feel like I feel like sometimes he gets mad because he's getting too much targets, especially when like he's not even open and it's getting the ball thrown to him and no targets at all. So he'll be happier for the fact
It's
that
that
other
balance.
people,
You're saying you got to
yeah,
find that balance.
you have to find the balance, and that falls on Josh, um, with the balance of the offense in a whole. Like
Yeah,
Jimmy G, Jimmy G didn't come in to be a superstar. That guy was just gonna just be the final piece in that
yeah.
offense. It's Josh that kind of has to be that final piece. Um,
Well, I'm
so
gonna I'm gonna push back here, Nate. I'm gonna push back here because I think it is gonna fall on Jimmy G. Now, I can also say it falls on both. I think you're right too. You're right. It falls on Josh McDaniels, but I think it falls on both, on Jimmy G and Josh McDaniels. And I'm gonna bring the facts because that's what we do here at Raiders Primos. Let's bring the facts. Jimmy Garoppolo targeted Jacoby Myers 7 times on Sunday's games. Against the Packers, he targeted Jacoby Myers 10 times. Jacoby Myers got targeted 17 times in the past 2 weeks to Davante Adams' 9 targets in the past 2 weeks. Davante Adams should be getting more, at least 10 to 13 targets a game, if not more. Now, against the Steelers, I know I knocked on Jimmy G because I know a lot of people are going to probably come into the chat like, well, you were getting on Jimmy G about targeting Adams too much. But here is the thing, you guys. It's like Nate and it's like we pointed out, the balance. Jimmy G is not finding balance in this offense. You're either over targeting guys or you're under targeting guys. You're not finding that balance. And that is the problem with this offense. You're a one read quarterback at this point. And I don't know what the hell happened because that's not how you played with the Niners. You either,
yeah,
you got at least 4 to 5 guys involved in the offense. But now when it comes to the Raiders, you're either looking at Jacoby Myers or you're looking at Davante or you're just looking at Jacoby the entire way. And it was really nice to see him getting Michael Mayer involved. But again, I'm going to say this time and time again. Michael Mayer had, I believe, 4 catches in the first half, and then he had 1 in the second half. That's a problem. And I know in the
yeah,
second half, Jimmy G didn't play. That again then falls on Josh McDaniels. I don't know what is, like I said, I don't know why if Josh McDaniels is like coaching himself into a loss because he literally coaches himself out of a win. Adam said this last year after the Jaguars lost. If it's not broken, why fix it? And it seems Josh McDaniels makes adjustments when he doesn't need to make adjustments. And then when he needs to make adjustments, he doesn't make those adjustments. And I mean, I don't know. And the thing is, I know we can only blame the quarterback so much. I will agree, you guys. Last year, we killed our former quarterback. But even I admitted there was only so much blame you can put on him. It did trickle down to the rest of the team where receivers were not running the right routes, dropping passes, O-line not holding up, defense giving up plays. You can. But when the defense is 14th in the league, you guys, the defense is like, Nate, I'm not BSing anybody. The Raiders defense, total defense, ranks 14th in the league.
that's a W.
They are 14th in the league. That's when it's an offensive issue. And you got to then look at the offense. I'm not going to hold Adams accountable. Why? Because Adams is one of the greatest wide receivers in the NFL. If he's not putting up the numbers, then let's look at the targets. He only had 5 targets last game. What can you do with 5 targets? You're not going to put up monster numbers. You're not really getting involved in the offense. And then let's go look at the game. Half of those targets were uncatchable passes. He got one from Brian Hoyer in the red zone way over his head. Didn't even give him a chance to make a play on the ball. That's why I'm really not going to hold Adams accountable. The offensive line, they kind of held up. Jacobs, 25 carries for 77 yards. Jacoby Myers, he was putting up the numbers. Like I said, Michael Mayer was putting up numbers. Trey Tucker got involved. Shout out to Brian Hoyer for, coming in, and he led the Raiders to hold on to that victory. But in this next game, it's going to, like I said it, when Aiden O'Connell is in there, I am highlighting Josh McDaniels. You were either going to get blamed for the loss or you're going to get kudos for the win. And if Aiden balls out, he gets kudos for the win too. If he struggles, I will kill him too, but I'm not going to kill him as much because he's just getting his feet wet into the NFL. you can't kill a rookie. Like, I didn't kill Derek his first year. Like, I didn't. I don't really kill any rookie quarterbacks their first year because they look at Trevor Lawrence. I believe he had like close to 20 interceptions his rookie year. And now he's possibly going to lead the Jaguars in back-to-back playoff appearances. The rookie season, yeah, you can maybe see flashes from them. They may turn out to be a bust. They may not. You really don't they're really just getting their feet wet. And that's why I'm like, you know what? With Jimmy G going down, Nate, I really want to see what Aiden O'Connell has for the rest of the year. I really want to see what he has for the rest of the year. But when it comes to the targets of Devontae, I think Aiden is that guy that is going to give Devontae the targets. Let me acknowledge the chat real quick. Salute to AJ. Salute to the 8 people rocking with us on Nate's birthday. Rocking with the Raiders Primos. Guys, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. And also
thank you.
You are not late to future lives. Also, spread the link around because hashtag Road to 500 is up and running. We are over 400 subscribers. So keep sharing it with your friends, sharing it with your family, sharing with anybody who loves talking football, talking Raiders football. We welcome everyone to Raiders Primos. AJ says, to be honest, the offense seems super slow with Jimmy G. AO4 and Hoyer stretch the field way more. And Nate, me and you talked about this, about that Trey Tucker catch, how that flipped the Patriots defensive calling going forward. Care to comment on that, bro?
That's fair. I mean, yeah, that plays like that is a momentum booster for the whole team, bro. And it's funny because we haven't seen that pretty much all year. That I believe that was the longest play of the Raiders season, right?
So far, yeah. I believe so. I believe, yeah. I believe
that
so.
was Brian Hoyer. Ain't that something?
Brian Hoyer to Trey Tucker.
Brian Hoyer with the best play in our Raiders season. Ain't that something?
So far, at least.
But yeah, that's a real momentum booster. It gives life to the defense, showing that you guys can actually do something. A new leader down center. Actually, that just builds trust. With all your wide receivers and with your running backs, be like, I bet we can move the ball.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's anything but bad. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to Shima. Shima says McDaniels isn't a leader, in my opinion. His victory speeches are uninspiring. I thought I was the only one. I listened to those victory speeches, and I'm over here like, yay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm over here like, bro, let Max Crosby give the victory speech because you are not hyping anybody up with your victory speeches. And
yeah,
Rich
bro
Bisaccia
does
was the
not
leader.
know, huh?
He was Shima, but straight special teamers. I wish Rich Bisaccia stayed on the staff. That's the one thing I wish. I'm not saying Rich Bisaccia should have been the head coach, but I do regret us letting him go out of the building. I wish that he did stay in the building because I think, those players did want to fight for him. And then also, if McDaniels wasn't it, you fire McDaniels and then, Rich takes over as the interim head coach. But, it is what it is. The thing is, we're 3-3. And I know I keep seeing this over on social media. Raiders fans complaining about wins, Nate. And I think we need to give a little message to the Raider Nation real quick. Can you call your – because, we'll criticize. We'll criticize the play. We'll criticize the team. But on game day, if the Raiders win, you will never see me and Nate come on here and say we're upset about a win.
Never.
Damn it, bro. The Raiders won. How could we win like that, bro? Man, why did we win like that? People was weird, bro. They're saying that we're beating trash teams. Now, I'm not saying that's false because New England Patriots, bro, I don't even care if Beers is on here. New England Patriots are just straight booty to the cheeks. They are straight ass cheeks.
They're the worst in the league for sure.
The Packers are no scrubs, though, you guys. That's the one team I will not say that they're ass. They're 2-3, but they can easily get right, just like us. They can easily get right with the win this week and get to 3-3. And Jordan Love he's had some good games. He's had some bad games. The Packers are that one team that I'm not going to look at and be like, they're a trash team. They may
He's
not be
still
a
getting
good team, but they're not a trash team.
he's still
They're
getting
probably
his
like
feet
decent.
wet too.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Jordan Love is another guy that's still his first year as a starter. He's getting his feet wet, and he was killing it at the start of the season. And for the Raiders defense to hold Jordan Love I thought Jordan Love was at least going to get one touchdown. He didn't get he had no touchdowns, no rushing touchdown, no passing touchdowns. And I think he was on he had at least one passing touchdown every single game but that Raider game. So that's why I'm like looking at those Raider fans like can't really say Packers are trash. They may not be good, but they're not trash. And the point is in the NFL, you still got to play the games. Like wins are not given to you unless you're the Chiefs. If you're the Chiefs, wins are given to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to the refs, bro. Shout out to the refs. Hopefully they can give us some love. But
Facts.
like I said, wins are not given to you in the NFL. They are earned. You still got to go out there and play the game. The motto is just win, baby. It's not just win pretty. It's not, just win by a big margin. Just, it doesn't matter. Al Davis said it doesn't matter how you get it done. At the end, just win, baby. That's all that matters. And for fans complaining about wins, I question your fandom. I really do. I question that you really want to see this team do bad so your narrative can be right about Josh McDaniels, so you can be right about Jimmy G. And for the most part, most Raider fans are right about Jimmy G and McDaniels because this offense is stagnant. This offense is trash, but we're winning games. We're winning games in spite of McDaniels, in spite of Jimmy G. And shout out to the defense for winning us games and closing them out. Because hey, Nate, remind me, wasn't last season Raider fans complaining about this defense couldn't close games out? That we had a trash defense? Wasn't that what Raider fans were complaining about?
Yeah.
And now they're complaining because we have a defense?
Bro, I love great defenses.
Bro, I love Raider fans, bro. Raider fans are the most bipolar fans ever. And I can say that because I'm bipolar as fuck as myself.
Thanks,
Especially
Bears.
when it comes to Raiders
Shout out
games.
to the brother.
Bro, ultimately, it's on Josh because Jimmy is his guy and he knows the system. And Shima, that's why I say it's on both. Shima, that is why I say it's on both. Ultimately, it's on Josh because Jimmy G is his guy and he knows the system. That is why I say it's on both. It's on Josh because he brought Jimmy G here, but then I also got to hold Jimmy G accountable that he's just not targeting Adams at all. He's not. Let me go through the chat still. I know I'm falling behind. AJ says McD will set up a play that will show great success, then proceeds to stash the play away the whole game. And yeah, AJ, speaking facts, bro. Sherman says, speaking of the defense, I'm not sold on them yet. They look good against lackluster teams. The Lions will be the litmus test for our D. And I agree with you, Shima, but I think I'm buying in a little bit. Here's why. These are teams you have to be good playing good defense against. You have to play good defense against them. And if you're not, then your defense is trash. But if you are, hey, that builds a confidence boost. Also, Shima, like even against Chicago, confidence boost. And maybe this is the confidence boost, Shima, they need for the game like the Lions to go into Detroit and have that confidence like, hey, we're going to create turnovers. We're going to get to the quarterback. It's going to be easy? By no means necessary is it going to be easy. But playing with that confidence, playing with that swagger, I think that defense does need that going into Detroit. Could you imagine, Nate, this defense being like trash, no confidence in themselves, no swagger with them going into Detroit, getting ready to play a Lions offense? Like we lost at halftime. We lost before the game even started. So I would like now, Shima, what I'm worried about that Lions game is the offense because I'm still going to say that Lions O is still going to get their points. They're going to at least probably put 20, maybe more points on our defense. Our offense has to show up that game. It has to.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson says, salute Primo's happy birthday, Nate. Yep. Primo Nate's birthday
brother.
is today, guys. Give all the love to my Primo, man. Um,
Thanks, bro.
Sean Johnson says, go get Daniil Hunter and Big Cat Leonard Williams. And then me and Sean talked about this. And you know what? I want to talk about some trades because the Raiders are shopping Hunter Renfrow. And I think that was no shock to the Raider Nation that Hunter Renfrow was going to be shopped around. But the one thing I said about that, Nate, is no one's going to take on that contract. It's going to be hard to trade Renfrow because no team is going to take on that contract unless they're absolutely desperate for a wide receiver. Even then, Hunter Renfrow is not a number one guy. He is mainly a slot guy. Do you see Hunter Renfrow being traded at, before the deadline, which is, I believe, on October 31st, which is in two weeks?
I possibly do see him going. Hopefully getting, what we deserve in him. He's still a great slot receiver, in my opinion. He's just not getting he's just not thriving in our offense. So that sucks. I obviously don't want him leaving, but for Fra, you feel me?
Hey,
I'm gonna miss
Trey
homie.
Tucker, bro. Trey Tucker is taking his spot. He's faster than Renfrow. The only problem with Trey Tucker, he doesn't have the route tree that Renfrow, has. And I think that is probably, the one thing we're going to miss is the route tree that Renfrow possesses, how easily he could, release from guys. But he's being underutilized right now. And I think it is better for him to go to a team that is going to use him and you can get something in return. Could you get a Daniil Hunter from the Vikings? I don't know what the Vikings asking price is. Leonard Williams, the Giants are 1-5 right now. They may be ready to start cleaning house. So you may need to look at the New York Giants and like, hey, what do you guys want for Leonard Williams? And
Darren
if
Waller?
they want Renfrow, bro, send Renfrow their way. They want a draft pick, send that draft pick their way. Because, like I said, this defense is number 14. They're starting to catch fire, but that defensive line, it looks like they're starting to pick it up. But if you add another weapon into Neil Hunter, who has 8.5 sacks, I believe, already this season, or you add a Leonard Williams, or hell, like Sean said, you could add both to this defensive line. Like Marcus Peters, this secondary is going to be on
Ooh.
inadvertent throws.
What about that Lawrence guy, DT from the Giants?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know if I got to look at his contract. I only like Leonard Williams and Daniil Hunter because of their contract situations
Oh,
with their respective teams. And then AJ says plays like that will help our run game. And you know what's crazy, AJ? Once that deep ball happened to Trey Tucker, the run game started to take off.
Bro started to run. He's like, I'm gonna go through a hole now.
Yeah, Shima says fans booing Hoyer was out of line in my opinion. And you know what, Shima? I'm guilty as charged because in my mind I was silently booing Hoyer.
That's tough.
I mean, I wasn't booing Hoyer. I was booing the choice that, man, why we rolling out with him instead of Aiden. But after reading, I don't know. I think Shima, you probably read it. And for the nation, Josh McDaniels said basically you don't want to throw a rookie out there with no preparation for that week. He didn't if you throw Aiden out there, he wasn't prepping to go against New England. And Brian Hoyer is a veteran. He plays that backup role. So, was the right move. Hey, he had himself a game. I don't want to start him. I think, and also guys, Aiden O'Connell is starting against Chicago on Sunday. Aiden O'Connell is starting. Beers is in the building. He said, happy birthday, Preem. Also, I hope Beers is holding that L, high and proud, 1-5. Bro, he said they're tanking for Caleb Williams. That'd be some spookiness right there. Caleb Williams to the New England Patriots. Because I'm telling you right now, Mac Jones is on his way out.
Appreciate it, Kingdom. But why?
He said, I'm still not sold on this offense or McDaniel's play calling. We are still at the bottom of the barrel. Of course, Adams is frustrated. He doesn't even have stability at quarterback. And let's keep it 100. Adams came here to play with Derek Carr. He came to play with Derek Carr. Derek Carr got the can after one season, and he's now down in New Orleans. And now he is with Jimmy G, Aiden O'Connell, and Brian Hoyer. He is with 3 quarterbacks. And Raider Rob, I hear you with the stability at quarterback, but this is why I want Aiden O'Connell to start, because I try to give Jimmy G the benefit of the doubt, and I was wrong, you guys, in this offseason. I hyped up Jimmy G, but this man needs bubble wrap. I should have went with my gut and screwed. And you know what? A big F you to Nate. I know it's his birthday, but a big F you to Nate because he convinced me that Jimmy G was okay. But hey Nate, I didn't want Jimmy G at first, but
I
once we
wanted
signed, I was like,
Brady.
you know what? Okay, we'll go with Jimmy G.
I wanted
But I didn't
Brady.
want Jimmy G for that reason. Injury prone, injury prone, injury prone. And a lot of people were like, well, you can't hold that against him. Who doesn't get injured in the NFL? And it's true. Who doesn't get injured in the NFL? But Jimmy G, bro, if there was
Bro.
a over or under or bet that, how many games you were going to play, I should have gotten that bet. Because my goodness, bro, 8 interceptions in 5.5 games. And
Why
I
did
lost my
Brady have to retire?
yeah, 8 interceptions and 5 and a back, and he has a back injury so far. And then he had what was he at? He had I think it was a leg injury that he was dealing with. Oh no, concussion. He was out with the concussion. He was out with the concussion, and then he's out with the back injury this week. That man needs some bubble wrap. And I'm gonna be right back, you guys. I gotta hold on. There's someone here.
Brady
Nate, take
needs
over, bro.
Brady needs to unretire and we'll be good. Appreciate it for all the birthday wishes. Kind of said I have to go to work later, but nah, he was like, I bet, let's go live, and I'm like, bet. Devontae wanted to, bro, how late? Oh no, we're not that backed up. Devontae said wanted to say who he wanted as QB, but Josh McDaniels is eager. Oh, in the presser? I think he wants AFC for. I think everybody wants AFC for. I want to see AFC. Screw it. I say screw it. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's a bone change. Are you talking about the? Okay, I got it. Hey, this man really dipped. Yeah, me being a host for a show is not my type of thing. I'm always gonna be the Robin and stuff. Somebody else got to be the Batman because it is not rocking and rolling. But I just go on and say some random stuff. No, in the prison he wanted to have input in the quarterback selection. I'm sorry, he didn't want Jimmy. Oh, yeah. Who do you think he wanted though? I wanted Brady. I wanted Brady, then Jimmy. I said Jimmy G was my last resort, and we ended up getting our last resort because we're the Raiders. Nothing ever, nothing good ever happens at all. I'm gonna be so serious right now. I was just looking up what can I get for free. I know Starbucks they give out free stuff because I'm not trying to spend nothing. Is there any good movies out? I'm sorry, I'm on the most random. Nah. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, this is why this man is pretty much the host. If he wasn't talking 75% of the time, I don't know what this thing would be. And this man pulls up. I'm dead. What's up, fool? You're supposed to be in school. You're in class, aren't you? But how's y'all day going? Mine is going pretty smooth. You know. Oh, you're at what the heck? I'm dead. Hmm. Hey yo, I could get a. What is that? I've never been to a Waffle House. I've actually been wanting to go to a Waffle House, but I don't think there's no Waffle Houses around my area. I'm hungry. Waffles or pancakes, yeah. Honestly, Mark Davis, uh, McDaniel's wanted Brady. Me too, but that backfired, and they already let Carr go. Yeah. To be honest, I blame Brady for everything. He shouldn't have unretired. I mean, he shouldn't have retired. He should have stayed here, made everybody, happy, came to the Raiders, and um and we could have been all happy sitting at 5-1 with Tom Brady, but no, nothing ever happens. Nothing good ever happens with us, even though we're 3-3, but we're going with AOC and we're going full force. I don't care. Happens. Stuff happens. What's up, Nation? Happy birthday. Thank you, Scorpio. Thank you. Raiders gonna go out and beat the Primo's birthday present. For real. They better. I swear. And I'm able to watch it too. So they better. They better win it comfortably. They better win by like 14. At least 14. Two touchdowns. Yes. They better win by at least more than a touchdown. Now I think the nation didn't want Brady no matter what. I just wanted him from 1 year for 1 year. That was it. See what he could do with Devontae. That would have been cool to watch, to be honest. If we were gonna be sold out every single game full of Raider fans, that was the way we were gonna do it with just Brady being here for 1 year. We were gonna get Oakland to pull up every single game. That would be lit. I would say, would I? Cause them tickets are expensive. Imagine, nah, imagine the tickets would be. Oh no, That's not fun. Mm, 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 mm. Them tickets would be skyrocket. Why is there so many rumors about Devontae Adams getting traded? What do you think about those rumors? Yeah, it's just because he's been saying a couple. He's been saying uh, a little hints here and there about him being mad about how the offense is going about it on these when like when we score like one touchdown and homie's back. Everybody's just making rumors of whatever he's saying, just going off. He's just hinting like he's just not liking the way it's going, and people are taking it like, oh yeah, he's getting traded. I'm like, no, chill.
What's good? What's good, Nate? I'm back. Sorry about that, bro.
No, you good.
Shout out to everyone commenting. Sorry, I want to catch up. I want to catch up to you guys. Shout out to Exotic CG coming in. Shout out to Shima still. Honestly, Mark Davis and McD wanted Brady, but that backfired and they already let Carr go, so they panicked and got Jimmy. Shima, I'm gonna let you know this. Getting Jimmy actually does help the Raiders in this sense because Derek Carr still wanted $40 million, and he was going to be due for 34, I believe, if the Raiders did not release him. The thing is, if because they let go Carr, right? They get Jimmy G on the $17 million deal. Now you can use that money to build the offensive line, build the defense, and you can go look for a new quarterback. Like you can go into the draft, you could go Aiden O'Connell, or you can look into next year's quarterback draft. And you can. We were literally talking about this earlier, Nate. Having a quarterback on a rookie deal that's balling out. Look at the Niners situation. Niners are the perfect situation. Brock
Hmm.
Purdy is on a rookie deal, and now they can build for the next years to come. They can build the defense, build the offensive line, and build and continue to pay the weapons that are around them. And I think that is what the Raiders need to do, especially in this situation with Jimmy G not working out. Go with Aiden O'Connell the rest of the year. See if he is, he's a quarterback you can build around. But I mean, what do you think, Nate? What do you think? You think that's
About
the route that the Raiders should take is go with Aiden O'Connell from here on out, see what you have in him. And if he's not it, I mean, me personally, I don't even think if he's it or not, you still draft a quarterback. He's it or not, you still draft a quarterback.
yeah,
But could he be that quarterback like that you can spread weapons around, you could build around? Would you want Josh McDaniels to go that route? Let's see what Aiden O'Connell gives us. And let's get a quarterback that's on a rookie deal. That way we can build the team around him.
yeah. Um, from what we saw, he did a pretty good job in getting the whole offense, involved in the preseason, and I do agree with him starting for the rest of the season. And whatever happens, happens. We'll just take in charge based on how good he does, or the little development that he will be gaining. We'll just see. But I am with him, starting for the rest of the year because why
Yeah,
not?
that's where I'm going. Shout to Raider Scorpio. I think you were talking about this, Nate. He said, "What's up, Nation? Happy birthday! Raiders gonna go out and beat the Bears for Primo's birthday present. Let's go Raiders!" Hey, hope he got Raiders defense and Daniel Carlson on fantasy against me. So you know what? Maybe I might need to take an L for his birthday, but I don't know. If I give him an L, that's your birthday present. Hold his L.
You got Michael Mayer now, though. Pick
Yeah.
him up,
Hey, maybe, hey, for real, you gonna hate if Mayer finally gets his first touchdown. The Raiders
bro.
Corporate says why there are so many rumors about Devontae Adams getting traded. What do you think about those rumors? And I think those people just want to put stuff out there for clickbait. I think you were talking about this, Nate. This question. I think they just want to put stuff out for clickbait. I see, bro. I was watching Undisputed, and they said Devontae Adams to the Cowboys. Like, why? You're like, makes no sense whatsoever. Why you're gonna have like it makes no sense why the Raiders will trade Devontae. Like the Raiders know what they have in Devontae, and also Devontae has said numerous times he doesn't want to go anywhere but stay with the Raiders. He wants to be with the Raiders. He said moving, he went to the Raiders not just for Derek Carr. He went to the Raiders because he lives closer to his family, and it was the team he grew up loving, and he wants to play for the team that he grew up loving. So ESPN, NFL Network, Undisputed, Raider fans on YouTube, which just stop with the Devontae Adams trade rumors and trade destinations and all that because Devontae's not going anywhere. Okay. And also, bro, did you see that Raider fan that claims he's a Raider fan, but he was rocking a Derek Carr jersey, Saints edition,
What?
last night?
Who? Oh, never mind.
You probably know who.
I didn't. I probably know, but I didn't see it.
I seen someone took a screenshot of it and like posted it like to social media, and I was like, "Ain't no way." And then I was like, "You know what? Don't want to give this man views, but I gotta go see if this is true and not Photoshop." And it
That's
was true.
that is crazy.
It was true, bro. That boy had his shalong down his. I'm not even gonna go into it, but it baffles me that you can call yourself a Raider fan, but you're willing to rock another team jersey, and it
Hey,
Bro,
I'm
there's Raider fans. There's Raider fans out there that shown that Raider fans out there that shown their true colors when Carr got released. I'm just gonna say that.
hey,
Sherman says if Devontae gets traded, then everyone will want McDaniel's head. Oh, what were we gonna say, Nate?
I was like, I'm a Warriors fan, and I will wear a Michael Jordan red jersey just because that's just the coolest looking jersey of all time, and it's red, like it goes good with them. But I'm not on that level where bro is not even doesn't even have no playoff. Like that's on another level.
I mean, yeah, you wearing the goat. I mean, I said, bro, I'm not wearing a Brady jersey unless I somehow get that Brady jersey up in silver and black.
And
Like
if it's signed,
when it
like
comes to
come on.
football, like I will like I remember one of my ex-girlfriends, she asked me like if I bought you Niner stuff, would you wear it? And I'm like, no. And she's like, but I would wear Raider stuff. And I'm like, I don't care, that's your choice. Like, I'm not no, like
Yeah.
I'm
Nah.
not wearing no. You missed me. What she was like, what if I got you a Niner hat? I'm like, oh, I needed I needed something to start a fire, for my campfire, so
I'm
but
dead.
like, dude, I was like, no, like my loyalty to this team, you're never gonna catch me wearing unless it's like this related, like Puerto Rico. Like
Mhm.
you're not gonna catch me where I like when it comes to football, you were not catching me repping anyone's team. The only one that I respect that reps another team is Tom Grossi. That's probably the only guy that I respect that because
Yeah, because he does.
I
Yeah,
mean, he does skits because he's not even like wearing the jerseys because he's a fan of the team. He does skits. Like he pretends to be us, basically.
yeah, and he does it to be funny. He's a comedian.
Yeah, bro. I try to get Tom on. I try to reach out to Tom, but we're
That's
not there yet.
crazy.
We're not there yet. But bro, Tom, bro, shout out to you. If
Did
you
you
ever
see that?
see this,
Did you
if
see
you
that
ever
he
see
got?
this, shout out to Tom.
Did you see that he got shouted out on the NFL shorts when
I
they were
did.
covering the Packers and Broncos little preview when they
I
did
did
on
it.
that video?
I didn't see it. I'm gonna search. I know he went to the NFL Network studio. I know that.
Hmm.
Bro, shout out to Tom Grossi. Raider Nation, if you guys are not subscribed to our man Tom Grossi, he is a Packers fan, but go subscribe to Tom Grossi. You guys are gonna love the skits that he puts on over there. Even
That's
some
funny.
of his live streams are hella fun. Like I'll be popping in there, Nate's be popping in there sometimes. Guys, it is hilarious. Like the skits he does for the Raiders is hella funny because I'm like, how does he know us so well?
He has like different specific characters for different teams. Only for like a couple teams, and he has one for the Raiders, and it's like a pirate, and he
Yeah.
has like a whole pirate hat patch. He does the voice.
Dude, he could show up to Allegiant Stadium and you would never guess that he's a Packers fan.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I
It's
think he
because
did,
also because
and he
he's
did go to Las Vegas though, right? Because I remember he did a 32 for 32,
yeah,
32 teams in 32 days, I believe, where he
yeah.
visited every single city
Every single
based on the
stadium,
NFL
yeah.
teams. Bro, we should have went to Vegas, bro. I would
He
have loved
came
to
to
know that.
San Fran, Vegas, LA. Yeah.
Yeah, we even San Fran, bro. I would have went to San Fran. Like, I'm not a Niner fan. I'm a Raider fan, but
Yeah.
Vegas is kind of expensive. Shout out to Raider Rob, though. He says the offense doesn't help the defense with these dink and dunk throws with Jimmy at quarterback. The best ability is availability, and Jimmy isn't it. And I agree. I agree. Our schedule's about to get a lot harder after these next few games. And Raider Rob, you are after. I would say after that. I think we. Let me see. Do we play the Jets or the Giants first? Let me see. Because I know we play them back to back, but let me see if we play the Jets or the Giants first. Oh, we play the Giants first and then the Jets. After the Jets game, it gets hella harder. We have the Dolphins, the Chiefs, or it's at Dolphins versus Chiefs, our bye week versus Vikings versus Chargers on Thursday Night Football. That's our next 4 games.
Yikes.
You got to at least, I see 2-2 in that 4 game. I see us falling to 6-6 in the bye week. And then I think we go 8-6. I think if I'm thinking about no, not 8-6. We'll be 6-4. Yeah, we'll be 6-4. I predicted after this week because we'll take a win against the Bears, which that is 4-3. Take a loss against the Lions, 4-4. Take a win against the Giants, 5-4. Win against the Jets, 6-4. And then loss against the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Going to the bye week, 6-6. Win against the Vikings, 7-6. Win against the Chargers, 8-6. Win loss against the Chiefs, 9-7. I think we could be 10-7 or 9-8. Wait, how does that? I'm so confused here. We're 3-3, right? 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, 6-4, 6-5, 6-6. Bro, I'm so confused here.
You're confusing me.
I'm confusing myself here. Oh, wait, no, I had it right. Okay. I had it right. Bro, 8-7. That's what I had. 8-7. And then Colts 9-7. And then we finished the season 10-7. Bro, we could finish the season 10-7. But it comes down to how the offense is going to work. It comes down to how the offense is going to work. Because you, outside of the Dolphins game and the 2 Chiefs games, you got winnable games after this stretch. Shimon says we don't reach the postseason. I believe Devontae will want out. He's still not sold on Josh's system. The only thing that can change if he plays well with AOC. Shimon, I think he will. Because I think Aiden is gonna rely on him heavily. He's a rookie. And Shimon, you are right. Jess D is no joke. But I think our defense can hold up. I think whoever has the ball last, if we could win by a field goal, maybe. But outside of that, maybe that Jets game is going to be, it could be an L also. If it is an L, then 9-8, 10-7. Those are my 2 predictions.
It comes to who I feel like it comes to whoever has the best offensive play on that one.
Yeah, in that game, it's whichever offense is playing better. And the thing is, you guys got to think about this. Aiden is going to rely heavily on Devontae. Devontae is his number 1 guy, is the number 1 receiver. So Aiden is going to look at Devontae 9 times out of 10, kind of like how Jimmy was looking at Jacoby 9 times out of 10. But Devontae is going to get his touches. The difference with Aiden has an arm to push the ball down the field, and this line has to get him protection. But Aiden also has to do a better job at having pressure awareness and sensing that pressure coming. He reminded me of our former quarterback by just standing in the pocket and letting Khalil Mack literally push offensive linemen right into his lap. Like, you got to move your legs, Aiden. That is what we've seen in preseason. That is why I was really hyped on Aiden, because it wasn't because he was, going against back. Is it his pocket presence? Seeing that it didn't matter if he was going against backwards or not, his pocket presence was nice because when pressure got there, he moved. And I was like, and he didn't do that against the Chargers. Maybe it was, first game jitters or whatever, but hey, he has his first game under his belt. He's going against a Bears team that is terrible. They're 1-5. Great confidence boost for Aiden O'Connell. Raider Scorpio says, even though our quarterback situation is not great, we're still got a 3-3 record. I'm happy that there's some improvement on our defense side of the ball. Nate, this is one unit that you said was going to ball out, and so far they are balling out. What is impressing you so far about this defense?
What's impressed me so far about the defense is, apart from, apart from the Chargers game, there hasn't really been a lot of yards after catch. I feel like our tackling has gotten better, especially behind the line of scrimmage. When they get that advantage, um they don't um they don't let the homie go. We beating the GTS just facts. But yeah, when you're a good tackling team, it really helps a lot, and people can actually, two people, like two people is gonna tackle somebody. Like he's gonna tackle the person with the ball unless it's like Derrick Henry or something like that. So you know, tackling is the main thing on defensive, and that's and Trayvon Merring's actually got he bought a pair of Devontae's gloves, so now he's catching the ball. And yeah, we're just overall
And
playing better.
I said he needed to start playing better. Trayvon Merrick, you earned your name back, my guy. You're no longer number 25. You're Trayvon Merrick now.
You're Trayvon Merring again.
Hey, he has two. Hey, he has two. Hey, can he make it 3 straight games with the INT? You going against the Bears, you got a really good shot at making it
Hey,
three
I
straight
take
games
it
with the
because we
INT.
got. Hey, I'll take it because I got Las Vegas defense, and
Oh wait, no, no, not my bad. No, he had an interception against the Chargers, not the Packers.
no, but
But
I'll still take an interception though.
hey, but when was the last time we could say the Raiders defense had 3 consecutive games where they had a turnover and two plus sacks? Like again, like I said earlier in the show, this is a defense that we were screaming about last year, and Raider Nation is still upset, like about how we're winning games. That the defense is finally closing out games. Yeah, the offense does need to improve. Me and Nate will not ignore that. The offense needs to improve. Like Raider Scorpio said here. Now, if they can transfer the improvements to the offensive side, we can make at least to the playoffs and surprise a lot of people. Hopefully, Raider Scorpio, they don't, transfer the improvement to the offensive side and defense can't do nothing. Hopefully, we can be happy Raider fans and we can finally have two good things at once, because I feel like we can never have two good things at once. It's either our defense is really good or our offense is really good, and then the other is just really bad. Shima says, yeah, this is the guy I wanted to highlight real quick, Nate. Tyree Wilson. The stats are not showing up, but he is improving week by week. Um, what are you seeing out of Tyree Wilson on game day?
Uh, it's slow. It's very slow development. Um, I feel like this is one thing that Josh McDaniels was right about. Um, this specific rookie was gonna develop very slowly, and it was gonna take a while for him to, get in the groove of things. And I mean, we're seeing it right now. You know what I'm saying? He's a waste. He's going way slower than some rookies that's already out there.
Don't remind me.
You know, you know
Bro,
those
we did
rookies.
so many mock drafts, and that was the pick, bro. That was the pick. And yeah, I gotta agree with Raider Scorpio here. This is the game, bro. This is the game that Tyree needs to show some improvement, or it's gonna look like another bust for the Raiders. And this is why I held Ziegler accountable. Like, as much as people want to say fire McDaniels, bro, fire Ziegler too, because Ziegler made a lot of these, draft picks. He made a lot of these, free agent pickups, and his draft class so far is starting to pick up, but before these past 2 games, they didn't do anything. No Chris Smith, no Amari Burney, no Nesta Jade, and like their sideline, their healthy scratches. Trey Tucker wasn't getting involved. Michael Mayer wasn't getting involved. Tyree wasn't really showing much on the defensive side of the ball. And like we're over here as Raider fans, like, bro, we hyped up this draft class and Ziegler. This draft class is looking like nothing but bust. And we talked about it earlier. The Niners hit 4 stars in their draft, I think, in 2019. I think Fred Warner, if he came out in 2019, it could be wrong. Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. That's 4 stars that the Niners hit in the draft. When are the Raiders going to do that? And a lot, not just the Niners, you got the Eagles hitting. And the thing is, I'm gonna say it. We missed out on Jalen Carter, and I don't know why the Raiders didn't draft him. I don't know why. Like, you plug Jalen Carter with Max Crosby and Malcolm, because Malcolm Koonce, when he's in there, he is getting to the quarterback. So you paired, like, yeah, I know they didn't know about, the Chandler Jones situation happening, because if that happened before the draft, they probably would have went with Carter. But Carter was the number 1 defensive player on the board. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Shima says, at what point do we demand to see major impact from Tyree? Needs to be soon. I'm going to say this, Shima, this Sunday. You know what this game tells me, Nate? And to the chat? Confidence booster. This is the game that you can build confidence. And you leave what Adam said at that presser. You go out there and you put on tape, you put greatness out there. There's no reason that the 3-3 Raiders, that the Las Vegas Raiders should go into Chicago and not open a can of whoop ass, as Bill Romanowski would say, open a can of whoop ass on the Chicago Bears. There should be no reason. Because I just see it is confirmed that Justin Fields is not going to play on Sunday. You're going against a backup quarterback, Raiders defense, Tyree Wilson. It is Sacktober. Okay? It is open season on the Chicago Bears. So Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, Bilal Nichols, the entire Raiders defense. It is open season on the Chicago Bears offense. And the same will go for the Raiders offense. You guys should not be going 1-6 in the red zone on Sunday. As a Raider fan, I want to see a blowout. I want to see us whoop some Bear ass on Sunday.
Yeah. I want to see a 14-point win, 1 minimum.
I want to see a 35-10. 35-10, 38-10. We can put up 30-plus points. We can. When you think about it, if the Raiders went 4 for 6 in the red zone and touchdown efficiency against the Patriots, that's 28 points right there. And you likely are going to get some field goals. So you were kind of guaranteed 30-plus point performance. But this offense and Josh McDaniels need to wake up and need to get it together. And this is the game that you open up everything in the playbook. And there should be no reason that us Raider fans should be having a heart attack at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. There should be no reason. No reason whatsoever. Raider Rob says, we may not see Tyree's full potential until next year. The foot injury definitely slowed him down. First-round picks should be used on impact day 1 starters, not projects in the making. And Raider Rob, that is exactly why I want Jalen Carter. Because he was a plug-and-play type of player. That you just plug him in, you play him, and he's going to instantly make your defense better. And for whatever, I kind of had that face like that one Raider fan in 2019 that when we picked Cleveland Farrell, that was my face. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, who the hell is Tyree Wilson? Like,
I'm dead. I didn't really know who he was either. I was expecting Jalen.
And apparently, bro, he was a top prospect too. I'm like, man, bro, it don't matter who we got in this front office. They don't know how to draft.
Facts.
Shima says you can't put his foot injury is because he's not doing well. If so, that's a fail on Ziegler on drafting him. And Shima, I will say the same thing. I will say that. It's a fail on Ziegler. It's a fail. Like, if you were going to take a risk to begin with, why not take the risk on Jalen Carter? I know he had off the field issues, but why not take the risk? If you were going to take a risk anyway on a defensive player.
For real.
But anyways, you guys, we're over an hour. Thank you guys for walking with us. Happy birthday again to my Primo Nate. I hope you have an amazing day, my Primo. I know you go, like I said, you're going out to dinner. I hope you have a good day at work. I sucks you going to work on your birthday.
That's fine.
But anything you want to finish off with before we get off, bro?
Just, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna take this on fantasy.
Bro, you come with fighting words.
Also, thank you for all the birthday wishes, everybody.
That's why Michael Mayer's gonna put up 20 points, bro.
He's just gonna give more time for the defense to sack.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't even care if the Raiders defense could ball out, Daniel Carlson can ball out, as long as your other, because you still got other players that don't play for the Raiders. I hope they all suck. I hope this is the 1 week they all suck.
Tua hears that going against the Patriots this week.
He's going against the Eagles.
Oh wait, no.
He's going against the Eagles.
Yeah, that's the Nick. Hold on.
Hey Shimo, we're probably gonna be back on tomorrow, and we're gonna do a full breakdown of Raiders at Bears. So again, guys, on the way out, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and for people, hey, like Shima, hit the bell so you guys can be notified when we go live tomorrow, so you guys are not late to the live, and you guys could comment on the score prediction on the game. We are gonna preview Raiders at Bears tomorrow. Still not on a set time yet. Got some things that I gotta work out with. I got my pop's birthday coming up, so I got some things I gotta work out with. But yeah, we'll be on for tomorrow. Probably early in the morning, probably 10 a.m. I think 10 a.m. work for you, Nate?
I have to look at my schedule too.
All right. Well, hey, Shima, it likely be in the morning. It is likely going to be in the morning, you guys, between like 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll come on here. We'll preview the Raiders and Bears game, and we'll hear your thoughts. You'll hear our thoughts, and let's have a fun time. And as always, bro, for Nate's birthday, Raiders!